after the initial sighting in the airport on September 2, that eventually on September 4, 2024, Attorney Roque arrived in the United Arab Emirates as confirmed by the Philippine ambassador to the UAE. Since Mr. Roque has no recorded departure in the BI's records, he likely took the same route as Alice Go in leaving the country by using a backdoor exit in Tawi-Tawi.
Enzo Recto, kalaban ang katiwalian at kasinungalingan, kakampi sa katotohanan at kabutihan.
Magkasabot ba itong si Alice Go at si Harry Roque sa pagtakas mga kabunyog? Bakit ko po ito nasabi? Dahil po mga kabunyog, dito sa sinagawang hearing sa Senado na kung saan iniimbestigahan itong Bureau of Immigrations dahil sa hindi maipaliwanag na pagtakas ni na Alice Go at Harry Roque dito sa ating bansa. Sabi po dito sa report ng mga taga Bureau of Immigrations, yung rota raw na dinaanan ni Alice Go at ang rota rin pala na dinaanan ni Harry Roque ay isa. Well, nag-usap ba itong dalawa? Bakit alam rin ni Roque ang sekretong daan palabas ng ating bansa na hindi malalaman ng mga taga Bureau of Immigrations? Anyway, para po sa iba pang detalye ng impormasyon, panoorin po natin ito.
Thank you very much, Your Honor. The Bureau of Immigration welcomes this opportunity to prove our innocence and competence and welcome the remarks made by the esteemed senators to address any policy and legal gaps that need to be addressed to enhance border control. First and foremost, good morning, Madam Chair and honorable members of the esteemed Committee on Justice and Human Rights. The Office of the Commissioner would like to render this report on the investigation into the escape of Go Waping and her siblings. Please bear with me, Your Honors. Slide number 1, please. Aside from the Bureau of Immigration, the following government agencies are involved in clearing a flight before its departure. The Bureau of Customs under the supervision of the Department of Finance, the Bureau of Quarantine under the supervision of the Department of Health, the Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines under the Department of Transportation, the Office of Transport Services also under the Department of Transportation, and finally the Airport Police under the Philippine National Police or PNP. Next slide, please. It is unlikely, if not impossible, for BI to clear Go Waping for formal departure without other government agencies being involved. Next slide, please. Upon my internal investigation, all Bureau of Immigration terminal heads representing 14 airports and seaport certified under oath that Go Waping did not pass through any of their terminals in July 2024. And these are supported by flight manifests which we submitted earlier to the office of Honorable Senator Ontiveros. I can furnish this Honorable Committee copies of the 14 certifications under oath made by the 14 terminal heads. Each terminal head was well aware that any inaccuracies in their certified oaths would make them liable for the crime of perjury and falsification of public document. They were also made aware that the Bureau would prosecute them for such crimes if any evidence came to light showing any deceit in the certifications under oath, saying that Alice Go and her siblings did not pass through their terminal. Like I said, these oaths are fully supported by all flight manifests. Next slide, please. With the indulgence of our honorable senators and for the purposes of expediency, I will dispense with discussing the background of what happened with Alice Go, except to say that as far as the BI is concerned, it started with inquiries made by the Bureau of Immigration with the Philippine Retirement Authority in 13 May 2024 and culminated in September 4, 2024 when Indonesian authorities arrested Alice Go in Jakarta, Indonesia, and sent her back to the Philippines. The things or events that transpired in between can be seen in the slide. Next slide, please. On September 10, 2024, I was designated as the officer in charge of the Bureau of Immigration. I then immediately initiated a formal investigation on the escape of Alice Go. As the officer in charge, I also pursued back-channel talks with foreign counterparts. In simpler terms, back-channeling means going through unofficial channels. For instance, through friends or other connections working in border control of the borders of the countries involved in this case. On September 26, 2024, I was appointed as a commissioner, which gave me the official authority to now conduct an official investigation. As the OIC, I did not possess the power to investigate this matter. Next slide, please. On November 5, 2024, we sent letters to our foreign counterparts working in border control, Homeland Security, and Home Affairs to inquire whether Alice Go had passed through their respective sovereign territories. I can furnish the Honorable Committee copies of the letters I sent to these foreign governments requesting for entry into their jurisdictions so we may investigate this case. I had special interest in their flight manifests so we could see copies of the passengers entering their territories around the same time the Guo siblings escaped. There was also a letter from the Embassy of Malaysia addressed to the Department of Foreign Affairs in Manila. There was a proposed courtesy call of the Secretary of Justice with the Honorable Azalina Othman Said, Minister in the Prime Minister's Department, on January 24, 2025. The letter was dated January 9, 2025. And also on March 7, 2025, I sought the help of the Office of the President, Office of the Special Envoy on Transnational Crime, wherein it was reiterated that information as to the transit details of Alice Go and BI's request for a meeting with the Ministry of Home Affairs and Malaysian Immigration was reiterated. This letter was addressed to the Ambassador of Malaysia to the Philippines. Next slide, please. As for our back-channeling efforts, on October 2, 2024, my staff and I communicated with the Malaysian Ministry of Home Affairs to confirm the details of Alice Go's travel. A reply was sent on October 3, 2024, wherein it was confirmed that Alice entered Malaysia by plane at Kuala Lumpur International Airport on 18 July 2024 at 12 noon using a social pass which expired last 18 August 2024. As to flight number 0D177, they also stated that it is beyond their access to retrieve the boarding pass and only the flight company can give the copy of the said document. According to the Malaysian authorities, the Guo siblings did not have any entry record to Sabah on 19 July 2024. On 16 October 2024, we requested additional information regarding the flight details of Alice Go. We also requested a direct line of communication with the Malaysian Director General for Immigration. On October 17, 2024, we sent an email reiterating the October 16, 2024 request. And on October 28, 2024, we sent another email asking if the Commissioner and the Secretary of Justice could pay a courtesy call on the Director General. Thereafter, there was a change in leadership which occurred within Malaysian Immigration, including that of the position of the Director General. On November 2024, we were advised by our contact, a former diplomat, that back channels would no longer work and that the Secretary of Justice has to write to the Department of Foreign Affairs to contact Malaysia. And on November 8, 2024, our Secretary of Justice wrote a letter to the DFA stating such request. And on November 19, 2024, the Department of Foreign Affairs replied to the letter of the Secretary of Justice. The Secretary of Justice and myself plan to go to Malaysia for a courtesy visit to the Minister of Home Affairs and the new Director General of Malaysian Immigration. This was initially scheduled on February 5 to 7 of 2025. There was also a request, a proposal coming from the Malaysian Embassy dated January 9, 2025 to schedule a courtesy visit with Honorable Azalina Othman Said, Minister in the Prime Minister's Department. Due to unforeseen circumstances, the courtesy call or courtesy visit to Malaysia had to be cancelled, Your Honors. Next slide, please. Your Honors, one thing that we have to contend with is the fact that our archipelago is made up of 7,641 islands, 220 million hectares of marine waters, 29.8 million hectares of land, and 36,289 kilometers of coastline, which makes border control more daunting than other non-archipelagic nations. Next slide, please. The Bureau of Immigration is only stationed in 14 international official ports of entry and exit. These are in Bohol, Boracay, Cagayan North, Clark, Davao, Iloilo, Lawag, Calibo, Mactan, NAIA Terminals 1 and 3, Puerto Princesa, Zamboanga International Airport and Seaport. Next slide, please. The Bureau of Immigration only has a total of 156 intelligence division personnel nationwide, only 79 of which are organic, 54 are contractual, and there are 23 job orders. Next slide, please. I'm sorry. Can you go back? And we only have 16, that is correct, 16, not 60, Fugitive Search Unit officers nationwide. Ito po yung mga tumutugi sa mga pugante. We only have 16. And there are 16 people who go after the fugitives in the whole country. And there are more regions in the Philippines than there are Fugitive Search Unit officers. Logistically, the Bureau of Immigration is already at a very grave disadvantage. We are restricted by budgetary constraints and by the law, which is why we cannot hire more people to man our borders. Next slide, please. To illustrate, here is a photo of Luzon. All the red dots are unofficial ports of entry and exit, such as airstrips, seaports, and air bases left over by the American Military and Navy. Airstrips for cargo, which small planes use, airstrips for aviation students, or those studying to become pilots who practice through small aircrafts. We have no presence in these private airstrips, Your Honors. We are not mandated to do that. Next slide, please. In Luzon alone, there are at least 127 unofficial or informal ports of entry and exit as indicated by the red dots. Can you go back, please? Of which 33 are private airports and 94 are private seaports registered with the Philippine Ports Authority. The BI, let me reiterate, has no presence in these locations. We are only stationed in the 6 official ports of entry and exit within Luzon as indicated by the 6 green dots. Next slide, please. In Visayas, there are at least 10 private airports and airstrips and 42 private seaports registered with the PPA as indicated by the red dots. The BI, we are only stationed in 5 official ports of entry and exit in the Visayas, as indicated by the green dots. Next slide, please. In Mindanao, there are at least 33 private airports, airstrips, and 66 private seaports registered with the PPA, as indicated by the red dots. The BI is only stationed in 3 official ports of entry and exit, as indicated by the green dots. We are not allowed in the 99 private ports. And as stated, in Mindanao alone, we are only stationed in 3 ports and not allowed in the 99 private ports. Next slide, please. Alice Go most likely left the country via a backdoor exit and may have entered Sabah by crossing from Tawi-Tawi. Next slide, please. Why do we think she used the backdoor exit? The country has a porous border with a coastline of 36,289 kilometers. Difficult to monitor the whole stretch. Next slide, please. As per an interagency council against human trafficking study on backdoor exits, done 2024 and 2025, traffickers have resorted to trafficking by sea via backdoor exits because of strengthened implementation of anti-trafficking policies at airports and seaports. Meanwhile, monitoring of private wharves and ports where the Bureau of Immigration is not present remains a challenge. Moreover, the IACAT study pointed out that locals of the Zamboanga, Sulu, and Tawi-Tawi areas have been known to travel to Sabah without undergoing passport clearance, since they have been doing this since ancient times, since time immemorial. Next slide, please. Relating this to the incident involving former presidential spokesperson Attorney Harry Roque, who was sighted in Tawi-Tawi at around 9:30 a.m. on September 2. And it was verified and confirmed that he was not sighted within the town of Bongao after the initial sighting in the airport on September 2. That eventually, on September 4, 2024, Attorney Roque arrived in the United Arab Emirates, as confirmed by the Philippine ambassador to the UAE. Since Mr. Roque has no recorded departure in the BI's records, he likely took the same route as Alice Go in leaving the country by using a backdoor exit in Tawi-Tawi. Next slide, please. The BI continues to communicate with the intelligence community, particularly the National Intelligence Coordinating Agency, to determine the escape route of Alice Go.
Bunyog, bunyog, halikan na kasama ka. Bunyog, kapag buklod ay may pag-asa. Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, isa ang pananaw. Sa bagong Pilipinas ang bunyog isisigaw. Bunyog, bunyog.